Thank you for your support for the mini Wi-Fi spy camera. So what I'm going to introduce to you today is a server-based IP camera, right? So you can see the difference in size between the two cameras, right? So the advantage of this mini spy is it is compact and small, whereas the advantage of this server-based IP camera is easy configuration, right? So I'll go into more details. So let us first take a look at this server-based IP camera. So this is the camera lens, and then there is a microphone, and this is the LED, right? So there is a stand. The stand allows you to mount the camera either upside down or vertically upwards, right? So this stand is adjustable, right? You can tighten it. There is an Ethernet port at the back, right? For when you first set up the camera, you will need to use the Ethernet port, and then this is the power supply. So there is a reset button here. If you forget the password, etc., you can actually put a small tiny little pin into the reset hole here. And then there's a WPS button, wireless protection setup. This is for easy Wi-Fi security setup if your router does support WPS security. Right. So it's a very simple camera. Then there are two versions, as I mentioned earlier. One is with night vision LED. So this one that we have here doesn't support night vision LED. So the features is the same, except that the night vision one has 4 night vision LED, right? So you can actually, with the night vision, you actually can see in total darkness, right? So this is the mount. The base mount allows you to mount it on the ceiling or put it on the table, right? So this slide shows you how the setup of the remote IP-based server-based camera. So it's essentially the same setup, right? You put a camera here, the server-based camera here, and it connects to your home Wi-Fi router, right? But instead, this time you do not have to set up the firewall on your Wi-Fi router. So this camera is sort of like, it's intelligent, it will connect to a web server, right? So there's a web portal out there waiting for this camera to connect to it. So in this way, the traffic is coming out from your home to the router. So that's why there's no configuration of this firewall is required. Whereas previously, for the mini Wi-Fi spy cam, there's no web server. So you actually comes in remotely. That is the difficult portion, because your router is supposed to provide you with security in blocking, intruders coming into your house. Right? But right now with this intelligent web-based server-based camera, what it does is it actually starts the traffic by connecting itself outside to the web server. Right? So thus the traffic goes this way, and then there's no you do not need to configure your router. So this is the convenient, or the key feature of this server-based IP camera, right? So it actually has a web portal. So when you first power up this camera, the setup, it will actually connect itself to this web portal, right? And then you can actually remotely see what is happening at home by connecting to this web portal as well. So you do not have to actually, right now for this setup, you do not have to go through your home router. Instead, you will connect to the web server here, which will in turn shows you what is happening, what is the images that is being sent by the camera to this web server. So it does support iPad, iPhone, and Android phone. There are apps available, or if you're using your Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, you can actually surf direct to the web portal to see what is happening at home. So of course the web portal is protected by a username and password. So you actually have to have a username and password to see what is happening at home. So the key advantages of this camera is no configuration of your router is required. That simplifies the task a lot, right? So we're going to look at what are the key features of this camera. So it allows you to remotely monitor your home or office over internet. There's no router configuration required. It has 4x digital zoom, so it allows you to zoom 4 times, we shall see a demo later on. So there's a built-in microphone for remote monitoring. So not only you can view, you can also hear what is happening at home. The apps for iPhone, iPad, Android apps are all free. Right? Support low lux, 1.0 lux for low light sensitivity. So there's actually 2 versions of this camera. One with a night vision LED, and the other one with no night vision LED. So we sell both model. What I have here is the one without the night vision LED. Right. So there's a web portal for easy viewing. So you actually manage your camera via the web portal instead of connecting it directly to it. Right. So it supports the high-speed 802.11n Wi-Fi. Next, we will show you a short demo of how the camera actually works.